Welcome to Meganet Gaming, and we're going to review one of the many remakes of Atari games that came out for a variety of platforms in the 90s. You had Missile Command 3D and a few others that came out on the Atari Jaguar. Sold an abysmal amount, albeit more than the Amiga CD32 at least, but less than the 3DO. It failed. And as far as the Atari Games division, that was a separate entity. I'm not sure of the whole structure, how that worked, but anyways, the actual licenses to the Atari games were in a separate company than the hardware company. So the games started getting published on Saturn, PlayStation, and for PC. So we already covered Centipede, Frogger, and Pong remakes, none of which were impressive. I think Pong ended up in the D+ range, and we had Centipede and Frogger in the C- range, so on the tail end of the high end of bad or the very low end of mediocre. So how does this one hold up? This one is Tempest 2000, developed by Llamasoft and published by Atari Corporation. It's on the Atari Jaguar in 1994, and then it was ported to the PC. That port was programmed by Imagitech Design. It is missing some of the graphical effects of the console version, but let's see how Tempest 2000 actually plays. Let's see if the graphics, let's check out the graphics, sound, and most importantly, the gameplay and game design. Alright, let's get in the game. You have a variety of modes here. And which button is fire? As far as the graphics go, they're quite well done. It takes a little while to get used to, though. It's definitely a game that the Jaguar controller actually did quite well. This is one of the better releases for the Jaguar. So for the PC, the controls are a bit loose when you're using the keyboard. It's not terribly surprising, especially since I'm doing this in DOSBox. Oops. And I'm not terribly good at games like this. It takes some practice. The sound is quite well done. The music really gets you into the game. And the graphics aren't overly complex, but they don't need to be. It actually reminds me of this little portable game I had where you looked into a visor and you shot little tanks that came at you. Albeit this one is much more refined. As you level up, you get even better looking weapons. Now you can kind of cheese it a bit, but eventually you'll end up getting hit by something. As you go up in levels, the levels get even more complex. It really does. You really do have to have fast reaction time and precision to do well. See, we went on to the next one. The environments are quite colorful, and I think they're the line vector type graphics are quite nice looking. It has a mix of a modern and a retro feel to it at the same time. It's just simple arcade action. Albeit this is a very different type of game, especially in presentation. It's one of those games that I play for a similar reason as I play Terminal Velocity. It's just quick fun. It helps with reaction time. And it's one of those games that gets you going. It's fast paced. Oh, I'm actually not doing too bad. There we go. As you progress, you get better and better weapons. The enemies get harder and harder. The speed increases, and the goal is to get the highest score at the end. The level designs do change quite a bit. You have the flat levels. You have the levels that are cylindrical. The goal is to not let any of these get to the end where you're at. Oops. So once you get to the end, they'll catch you. So, as far as the game design, it is very simple. But games don't have to be complex. Sometimes just having a simple game with a rule set that makes sense and an environment that's fun is all you really need. So basically you're taking the original Tempest, adding power-ups, bonus levels, you have more enemy types, and you have 100 web levels, and you have new frame and color variations every 16 levels you complete. So it's quite a few levels. This will give you hours upon hours of fun. If you complete all the levels, you get Beastly Mode, which is a harder difficulty setting, kind of like a New Game Plus type thing. So, there's not a whole lot to say about this game. The music is quite nice. The graphical style is colorful. It's not super impressive, but it fits the game quite well. It's actually a remake of a classic that actually seems to remember what made the classic great. So Tempest 2000. Just fun arcade action, lots of levels, lots of power-ups. Nice, fast speed, plays well on the Jaguar. But today we're with the PC version, and it plays just as well, almost as well as the Jaguar version. It seems a bit more pixelated. The Jaguar one seemed a little bit more clear. I do prefer playing with a gamepad, and you can make a gamepad work with this. If nothing else, you can get DOSBox to map the buttons from your gamepad onto the keyboard keys, so that it will register as the keyboard presses when you press the controller buttons. So, where does this game rank overall? There's not enough depth and substance here to put on the top tier list, nor is it that good of an arcade game. But it is a very fun, impressive game. As such, I am going to put it in the B category, right in the middle of the very good games. If you enjoy arcade games, shooter games, fast-paced games that rely on reflex and precise timing, you'll more than likely find enjoyment in this game. So it is going on the list right below Postal 2 and right above Super Mario Bros. 2. So the sequel to Tempest is better than the sequel to Super Mario, but not quite as good as the sequel to Postal. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the review. And my recommendation is if you have an Atari Jaguar by chance, or can get one for cheap, this is definitely one of the top games on the Jaguar, and that's my preferred experience for the game. Hope you enjoyed the review. Please like, subscribe, and have a great day.